Hello, today I'm going to teach you how to turn any regular roller blind into an electric and smart one, and also how you can control it with your phone over the internet. I have a blackout roller blind in my room, and I wanted to make it electric, but I also wanted to control it with my phone. That way I could automate everything, since right now I have all the lights automated. The curtain in question, which needed to be motorized, measured 1.5 meters wide by 2 meters high and weighed 3 kilograms. First, let's choose the motor. I'll tell you about all the ones I tried. First, I found a design on the internet that used two 28 IJB motors. 12.5, although it seemed to me that it wasn't going to have any power at all. Anyway, I decided to try it. I printed it and assembled it, and yeah, the curtain didn't even move. After that, I made 2 other designs, each one for different motors I had at home. Both motors work for this project, and I'm going to leave you both the designs so you can choose which one is easier for you to use. The first one is a motor with a gearbox of 50 revolutions per minute. It has a lot of power and could even lift a curtain that's twice as heavy. The second one is a motor with 200 revolutions per minute and a gearbox. It's less powerful, but more faster. That's the one I decided to use. Remember that in the description, you have the purchase links in case you want to use the same engine as me. I started by taking the exact measurements of the engine and designing a mount to be able to attach it to the window frame. I'm going to leave you the design in case you want to adapt it or print it. If you don't have a 3D printer, you can use the design I provided in the description. To a shop that specializes in making these prints. This works with a series of gears. One goes on the motor and the other goes inside the curtain, and it's really very easy to install. A bearing is inserted into the one that goes inside the curtain from the back, which is the same bearing used in skateboards, so it's extremely easy to find. Same, I'll leave the specifications in the description. Once it's in place, we take the curtain out from wherever we have it, and we see that on one side it has the rolling system. You have to pull it out with some force, and the whole thing comes out. And you'll see that what we just printed fits perfectly into the space that's left. Once we've done this, we'll place it on the 3D printed support. On the back side, we're going to put a little screw with a nut, making sure they're holding both parts together. In the video, you can see exactly how it should look. Then we tighten the screw in the nut so it stays in place. Once this is done, we can screw it back onto the wall and move on to the software part. We'll connect everything as shown on the screen. We don't need much, just the power supply, the motor controller, a Wemos D, a mini, 2 resistors, and 2 switches. I'll explain later what's their purpose. First, let's start by uploading the software. In the description, you'll see 3 links. The first one is the drivers you need to install on your PC so it recognizes it, the Wemos. The second is a program I made myself for the Smart Tubes video on my channel. You need to open this, then connect the Wemos D1 Mini via USB, and then click the button in the program, and select the third file that I left for you in the description. When the check mark appears, the software is already loaded. Now, if we put everything in the window and pay attention to the switch that has the shortest cable, look again at the diagram to make sure which one it is. We are going to place it in such a way that when the curtain goes up and reaches the very top, this one activates it. You can take advantage of the fact that the curtain has a stopper at the ends, and with the other one we'll do the same but at the bottom. What this does is give us an indication of when the curtain is at its maximum points, so we can later perform the calibration. I should clarify that I spent many days perfecting this system, and there were many things that went wrong and I fixed. Now for the fun part. We'll plug it into any outlet. I connected it to a nearby lamp, and you'll see that it creates a new Wi-Fi network called Cortina. We connect to it and a website will open. There, we choose the first option and select our Wi-Fi network, fill in the information, and that's it. Next, the calibration will start. The curtain will first go up, then down, and then up again. It's performing the calibration, and it's an interesting process. It works as follows. When it first reaches the top, it saves a number. Then it counts how many seconds it takes to go down, and then it counts how many seconds it takes to go back up, since it's not the same amount of time going down as it is going up. Based on those seconds, it uses the following formulas to determine how many seconds it needs to turn the motor on or off to reach the desired opening percentage. And controlling it is super easy. First, we're going to look for the internet protocol of our Wemos D1 Mini. There are two options for that. The first is to go to our router's page. It's usually 192.168.0.1. And look for where it says Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol or Connected Devices. Then we look for the one that starts with ESP, and there we'll have the Internet Protocol. If you don't know how to do this, then there's an even easier way. Download the program Angry Internet Protocol, which I've left for you in the description. We open it and enter the Internet Protocol range from 192.168.0.0 to 192.168.1.255. We click Start, and once it finishes, we right-click to sort by ping and look for the one that starts with ESP. In this case, you can see that I was looking for the Internet Protocol of a Raspberry, but anyway, it should say ESP there. Once we have the Internet Protocol, we're going to open it in any browser. It can be with your phone, and we'll see a bar. We use that bar to open from 0% to 100%. The curtain, as we move it, the curtain will open to that same percentage. You can save the page to your favorites so you don't lose it. And just like that, we have our smart curtain. Another thing I did was integrate it. A system that emulates the Philips lighting system. This is the most well-known smart lighting system. But to be able to link it to the app, we need to run a Philips Hue emulator on a Raspberry Pi. That's something unnecessary. If you're only going to use the curtain, it allows you to add it to Alexa and perform this task. Alexa, good morning. Very well. Alexa, curtain to 10%. Very well. Alexa, curtain to 50%. Very well. I'm going to upload a video specifically talking about this emulated lighting system, as well as how to create your own smart lights. If you're interested, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please comment and like. See you next time. Bye.